Hello, everyone. This is Alice Fuller, Principal Consultant at Share Social. Now, today I want to talk about Taye Diggs, celebrity, and Twitter. Now, before you get it twisted, I am not here to diss Taye Diggs as an actor or an individual or any kind of way. What I want to talk about is the recent interview he had on the Today Show, where he was talking about his Twitter strategy and growing his Twitter following. And even he admitted that he was a little embarrassed about it. So what I want to talk about today is how to grow your Twitter following, especially if you are a celebrity or you are an up-and-comer or, you are a celebrity even in your own mind. And I want to give you these tips so that you can grow your following in a way where and you won't have to be embarrassed about it should you do an interview on radio or national television. So for you that are clueless as to what I am talking about, let me share my screen with you so you can get a little insight into what I'm really talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. Embarrassed. Taye Diggs explained why he followed everyone on Twitter, which is kind of interesting because you can't be following everybody because to my knowledge, he is not following me. That's okay, though. I'm not mad at him. Not at all. Then you've got other references. Taye Diggs explains why he's following you on Twitter. Then you've got even more mentions of this interview that he did on the Today Show. So they took something and made it into a story that really wasn't a story. However, I am doing it. I'm not covering it, but I do want to talk about it because it is so relevant to what a lot of people are doing right now, which is you're growing your Twitter following and you're trying to do it so quickly and you're doing it in a way that is not really beneficial to you in the long run. So, off the cuff, I got a couple of notes here, got a couple of tips that I'm just going to run through real quickly. So, the first tip I have for you who are celebrities, wannabe celebrities, real and imagined, or just an individual who's trying to grow your Twitter following, and you need to do it kind of quickly. The mindset you need to go into Twitter in, the mindset you need to have on Twitter is this. Always attract Twitter followers. You don't want to worry about trying to chase them. You want to attract Twitter followers, not chase them. And what I mean by that is this. When you go on Twitter, like a lot of people, and you follow 500 something people, and you only got 50 people following you, the reality of it is that 500, the majority of them are not going to follow you back. It's just, it is what it is. The days when people would probably follow you back just because you followed them and you got the hashtag of those people who do follow back and all of that other stuff, those days are over if they really ever existed, because you can't make people follow you back. You can only ask. So don't go into it with that mindset of people will follow you if you follow them. 9 times out of 10, they probably won't, even if you are a celebrity. So don't do it that way. Here's another reason why you do not want to go into it with that kind of strategy. That gap between how many people you're following versus how many people are following you should be small. Especially if you are an up-and-comer, a celebrity, a notable, however you want to call it. You always want to appear worthy of being followed. One of the best ways to appear worthy of being followed is to have more followers than you are following. Okay? So always think of attracting, not chasing, and to always have more people that are following you than you are following them. All right? For those of you who are just determined to get it and get it fast, and you go and you buy into one of these third-party applications that I'm not going to name, I don't advise using those, but I understand why people do it. So here's my advice to you. If you are going to use one of those third-party applications, understand you are putting yourself at risk of getting your profile shut down, snatched, however you want to say it. Because just a couple of years ago, Twitter already banned a lot of those third-party applications. They still exist, some of them, obviously, because people are using them. But you're putting yourself at risk. So what I would advise is if you're using these tools, there's generally a setting on them, and I'm thinking about one in particular. There's generally a setting that will allow you to follow people at a moderate rate or unfollow people at a moderate rate, so that it appears that it's not a computer or an application or some sort of Twitter hack that's doing it. You know, Twitter is always monitoring what's going on their own platform. So the moment something looks fishy or it appears like somebody's trying to scam the system, that's when a red flag is raised. That's when you are in jeopardy of having your Twitter profile shut down. All right. So you want to find people to follow that are, people that are quality people to follow, not some bot or somebody who has no interest in what you do or you have really no interest in them. Use a Twitter directory. Plenty of them exist. I like WeFollow. I like Twilio. And I also use an application called ManageFlitter. Now, ManageFlitter will help you do a lot of things. But for those of you who are in that rut of your ratio is really big between the people you're following and the people that are not following you, then what ManageFlitter will help you do, ManageFlitter will help you literally go through your Twitter profile and see who you're following and then who's not following you, and you can go through and unfollow those people. So then that ratio becomes smaller and it doesn't appear as if you are chasing followers. So ManageFlitter is that tool. If you are a celebrity, real or imagined, or just a regular individual like me on YouTube who happens to have a channel, use the Twitter lists of other people. And what Twitter lists are, if you're on Facebook, and most of us are, then you can create a list of people that you really want to see the updates of every day, that you just want to check in with every day. You can do the same thing on Twitter. Twitter lists, like the ones on Facebook too, they can be public or they can be private. For those that are public, you can look on those lists and start following some of those individuals and reaching out to them and starting conversations with those individuals, especially if that Twitter list is in alignment with your audience. Starting conversations with people is crucial, really, to starting a really good Twitter following. Then if you don't want to do the list route, what you can do is find other people who are on Twitter. If you are an actor, musician, whatever, find your castmates, find your bandmates or whatever, and see who's following them. Or if it's a certain movie you're in or a certain TV show that you're going to be on, find the individuals, or find that Twitter profile they have and look to see who's following that profile, and introduce yourself to some of those people, and especially introduce yourself to those people if they're talking about you. Okay, I think this is might be tip number 6. Okay, and this one is specifically designed for Taye. Taye, if you're watching, how you doing? What I would have advised you, Taye, or any celebrity or anybody who is an up-and-comer or just anybody trying to build their following, collaborate. Collaborate with an individual who is engaged on Twitter, but also an individual who has maybe a bigger following than you. It doesn't have to be really, really big, but it needs to be, bigger than yours. Collaborate with those individuals on an online event. Do a Twitter chat with them, or do something with an organization wherein, for every Twitter follower you get you donate $1 to a favorite charity. Something of that nature that's fun, that people can really buy into or people can really get involved in, because then that way you'll get more tweets about you. You'll get more Twitter followers. You might even make it to the trending list. And when you make it to the trending list, of course, even more people become aware of your Twitter profile. So collaborate with other people that have a greater following than you. People. Then another great tip, right along with that, is retweeting people. Retweeting people is probably one of the quickest ways that I could advise anybody to grow a Twitter following. Here's why. When you retweet people, you get their attention pretty quickly. And they may not follow you immediately, but if you find an individual that you like the content of, the tweets of, and you periodically retweet them, then of course, 9 times out of 10, they will follow you, and you can follow them. All right, so here's another great tip. Contests, giveaways. I already talked about Twitter chats, but celebrities, you know, you have access to stuff that the majority just don't have access to. You got premieres you can go to, you get tickets to, or you know, you don't even have to do anything that we would call swag. It doesn't have to be something physical. It could be, you could get online with somebody, do a hangout like this with a fan, give away some stuff, do a contest, do something that's fun, do something that might be even useful to your following, and then they'll help you promote it. It doesn't hurt to say, well, look, people, this is what I'm doing. This is the goal I'm trying to reach. If I get this many Twitter followers, I'll do this. Or if I get this many Twitter followers, then this organization or this company will do that. It won't hurt at all, and it doesn't cost you anything. But create some sort of buzz for yourself online. And then right along with that, here's another tip. Create some quality content, original content. We're content creators. If you are in this showbiz game in any kind of way, 9 times out of 10, you are a content creator. So with the tools that are in place now, it's easy to create content, pictures, videos, webisodes. There's so much content that you can create, original content that is shareable, that you can give to your audience, and that audience, if they like it, especially if it's something funny, something emotional, something useful, they will share it with their audience, and thus, once again, you will get in front of more people, and thus more people will start following you. So if indeed you have any questions, comments, concerns, right below is where you put it. Please, too, while you're down there, do me a favor. Do 2 things. 1, hit the thumbs up button to like it, and then down there there's a thing called share. The share is a great little tool. This video, share it with friends, associates, even your enemies, depending on what kind of relationship you have with them. Share this video with whoever you think needs some Twitter help, and especially any individual that is trying to grow their Twitter following, and they're kind of stuck and they don't exactly know what to do and how to go about doing it. So if you hit me down below, that's cool. Or if you want to come to my website, sharesocial.com, I can be found. Twitter, Google+, Facebook. I'm easy to find. So that's it. Thank you for listening, and tell me too what you want the next video to be, because I need your feedback, because I'm not here just to promote my business. I'm here to serve the purpose of helping people use these social media marketing tools better. So tell me what you want the next video to be about, and I'll be sure to read it, and then that lets me know that the content that I'm producing is useful to you. Okay? So that's it. As we say in the showbiz game, it's a wrap. And now I plan to fade to black and roll the credits. Bye-bye.